Welcome back to 9 on 9. We're talking COVID-19 here in El Paso, the Delta variant, and beyond with Dr. Ogechika Alozie. Doctor, any closing thoughts before we let you go this evening?
I think that as we sort of look back on 2020 and understand some of the health effects, the psychological effects, and the effects to our kids, right? I think the community has to sort of not necessarily take a victory lap, pat themselves on the back with how they've approached vaccinations. At some point in time, we do need to go back and look at a post-mortem. We unfortunately had one of the highest COVID death rates in the country if you take out the Northeast, and we need to figure out why that is. Is it not enough doctors, not enough nurses? But where we are in July of 2021 is one of the best vaccinated communities in America, and I think that's important going forward. And so if you haven't been vaccinated, help us figure out why you haven't been vaccinated. How can we help you? And if you have, I think this is the time to enjoy the summer. You never know what the future will bring. I don't think boosters are a thing today, but stay tuned.
I want to follow up on what you just said, and I don't know if you could answer this, but yeah, we did have a lot of deaths, but then that translated into a high vaccination rate. Do you think they're correlated? Do you think that played into it at all?
I think it's a combination of things. I think there was enough death and unfortunate loss of life in the community that a lot of people sort of said, hey, we're never going to let this happen again, and we're not only going to get our families vaccinated, but our friends vaccinated. I think the Public Health Department, UMC, the Hospitals of Providence, a host of FQHCs in the community did an amazing job of staying up weekends and nights to get people vaccinated. I think that's important. I think one thing that people forget is that El Paso as a community had one of the highest vaccination rates in the state of Texas for the last decade, whether it was measles, mumps, and rubella, influenza, HPV vaccinations. And so we already had that built into our DNA. Thankfully, that's helping us now.
Dr. Ogechika Alozie, thank you, sir, so much for joining us once again. And thank you at home for joining us. Don't forget, if there's a topic you'd like to see us cover here on 9 on 9, you can always just reach out to me on social media. I am at KTSM Daniel Marin. Have a great Thursday evening.